All right, everybody. Let's see if this actually works. Cross fingers. Everything's just being dumb today, I tell you what. Well, I think it's working. That's nice.
Well, I think it's working. That's nice.
Okay, cool. So we're going to talk a little bit about what to do with this upcoming snowstorm here. Hold on. 1 second. I think I can draw on this now. No, I can't. Okay, that edits it. I'm doing something a little bit different than I normally do. So the Streamlabs mobile app is broken. It's seriously, it's broke. It's junk. It doesn't work. So I'm using a new app called Prism. So when we're doing our live streams in the vehicle, we're using something way more advanced. Way more advanced. But when we're just doing quick streams like this, I don't have time to set all that up. So it's nice to just use a phone. And it was really nice because I could use the Streamlabs app and it worked great. But unfortunately, it literally just stopped working. Like, it won't sign into any of the accounts. It's having all sorts of problems, and I don't know why. So I'm trying this Prism app, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't know how to use it. So I wanted to go ahead and do a little discussion here on. Let's make sure we're live on X. Let's see, what am I getting canceled for today? But real quick, everybody, I just want to make this known. I was accused of using AI to create all of our graphics. Nope, I make them myself here in Canva. And they all suck, and here they are. So anyway, let's take a look at Facebook. So we are at 100,000 followers. Thank you. Did that last night. But we're gonna go here and check out Radar Omega. Let me get into the proper zoom. There we go. So this is a winter storm warning that got issued. Obviously the red is the winter storm warning that got issued. And it's basically for eastern Tennessee, including Knoxville. And you'll see why I'm pointing this out. Here, we'll go over to the official Marcus calendar. This month is they don't sell any 2000 PSI cold water electric pressure washers. I believe this is on the TikTok shop, not a sponsor. This was my Christmas gift for my kid, and it is great. I will keep this thing forever. But anyway, this is awesome. So it is the 29th. That winter storm starts on the 30th, tomorrow night. Which means there is really, I'm going to just circle, generally this entire area could see some sort of a winter storm. I am located up here by Madison. It is a 15-hour drive down here. It is like a 22-hour drive to go out here. Big difference. I'm serious. And even though it's not a distance thing, it's the fact that I have to go down through Chicago, then Indianapolis, over to Columbus, over to whatever this is, then down through West Virginia, and then this way, and then it's just there's no good direct way to get out there. I'm watching this because we might be able to just shoot down to Knoxville. I can get to Knoxville in like 9 hours. It's no big deal. Pikeville. Maybe we can go to Pikeville. Say hello to our best friend. But anyway, I am watching the eastern North Carolina region. Let me turn on the winter storm watches as well. So blue is a winter storm watch. Red is a winter storm warning. Get out of there. Go on. Shoot. So I don't know why this is missing. Oh, no, freaking weather-wise. What the fuck? Weather.gov. Freaking type in weather and it pulls up weather-wise. Are you kidding me? Frick. Okay, so that is under a winter storm watch. So what likely happened here is winter storm watches and warnings are issued kind of goofy by these offices. So what happened is this one here probably just expired and it's about to come back in. So this will fill back in. But this area here is under a winter storm watch. So basically everybody's under a winter storm watch in blue and right here. And then winter storm warnings farther west. The reason they went with winter storm warnings over here has nothing to do with intensity. It's the timing. It's going, Jesus, it's going to start out here sooner than it's going to start over here, if that makes sense. All right, so let's look at these. So the Knoxville winter storm warning, heavy snow, 2 to 5 inches. You issued a winter storm warning for 2 inches? You're kidding me. Well, this is not, okay, 1 p.m. Friday. You're kidding me, right? What about Asheville? We could go to Asheville. 4 to 7 inches with wind gusts as high as 55 miles per hour. Now that sounds a little more interesting in Western North Carolina here. I'm not going to go to Knoxville for 2 inches of, are you kidding me? A winter storm warning for 2 inches? And no wind? That's not even, yeah, that's not happening. This Western North Carolina one though, 5 to 7 or 4 to 7 inches with 55-mile-an-hour winds. Now that's definitely possible. If we look at like Raleigh, I really don't want to go out this way. We're talking 5 to 8 inches with significant snowfall totals possible locally. Wind gusts 25 to 35. What is it down here in like central South Carolina? 5 to 8, 35. What about out here? See, out here like Elizabeth City, northeast North Carolina, higher totals, I think. Yeah, 50 to 60 mile per hour winds, 8 to 15 inches. If anything, I think we've got 2 zones that we might want to focus on. I think it's going to be somewhere over here, right? Call that A. Or kind of like here, which is B. I think those are the 2 targets. Everything out here, I think is going to be kind of seconds, like just an average snowstorm. I feel like if you go here, you're going to have low snow totals. So low snow totals, but high winds. So probably big impacts. Out here, high snow totals and high winds. So probably bigger impacts. But you've got to drive even farther, which is potentially a problem. Because the difference between here and here is a solid 8 to 10 hours of driving. It's incredible. I hate everything. Everything that direction of this line, it just takes forever to get anywhere. Anything in this zone right here, everything in here, it's just a pain in, like, it's just, I don't even think there's ever not traffic. So we're really going into 2 no-go zones right now, potentially. So I need to look at map, but hang on, I don't want to expose a bunch of addresses here. So let me see what maps shows me when I open it up. No, not Weather Bell. Oh, hang on. Okay, so we go to like Kitty Hawk. What is that, 17, 18 hours? Oh my God. See, I don't want to take that route. I don't like that route. I don't like this route either. I would want to go down to Knoxville and then over. So what happens if we stick Knoxville? Yikes. What was it without it? 17.7. 1921. Jesus. This would probably be the route to go realistically, because this would take us to Knoxville and then we could approach the storm from the west and go east. It would add 2 hours, right? So if we do end up going out here, It adds 2 hours, but it gives us an out. It lets us say, hey, it's going to be all right. Let's take this western target. If we don't go that way, it's going to take less time to get out here, but I think we're kind of committing. See, this is the problem. This is what I was telling you about the East Coast. So we don't really have, so it's 17 hours and 1,000 miles to go out here. This is probably the place to be. Northeast North Carolina, even potentially the northern Outer Banks, Virginia Beach maybe. That's the place to be. But we have no easy route to back off and take the western route. So if we start going out here and realize, man, it's just taking us too long, we're not going to get there in time, which is a possibility considering it's 12:30 already. Or if we say, hey, it's just not worth it, let's just do the inland stuff. We don't really have a route to do that. Even if we take the southern route, there's no good way to bail and get back here. So it's probably going to be worth doing the risk. See, I have to do this all the time, just showing you this now, but to do the risk assessment and say, screw it, let's take the Knoxville route, which is probably a more calm route anyway. I-75 through Kentucky is usually a little bit more calm than going through the toll zone out here. So go down through Knoxville. This is that part of I-40 that was closed for the longest time after the flood. Go out there, go to Knoxville, maybe get to I don't even think I could get to Knoxville tonight. God damn. Anyway, get to Knoxville and then start out west. And then if we say, hey, let's go all the way east, we can just drive across the state. So how far is it to Knoxville from here? Please don't be 15 hours. 10 hours. I could do that. I could do that. It would suck, but I could do that. What is it to... from Knoxville to Kitty Hawk? 8 hours. So that 9 hours. Jesus Christ. See, it's becoming less and less feasible to even get out here because I expected to leave 6 hours ago, but as you know, I didn't realize the truck was broken and I had to fix it. I don't know if I can get out here. Let's take a look at Radar Omega and look at, is HRRR, how far out do we go on this right now? Well, this takes us to Saturday morning. Let me get the weather alerts off of there. HRRR says snow starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. Realistically, here's the thing. If we took this target, I realistically could leave tomorrow morning at like 7 a.m. and we would still make it. That's how flexible this western target is. But what I'm watching is snow is creeping in on the eastern target. This might be a simultaneous thing here. See, this is the problem. I think a lot of this rain out here is going to end up being snow and we're going to have heavy wind, especially on those outer banks. So it's like, God damn. We can do it. I mean, I would get there by midnight tonight. So we could get to Knoxville by midnight. We would have to drive, even if we drove, let's see, 6 a.m. If I got up at 8 a.m., 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could get out here by 5 p.m. tomorrow, but I'm going to bitch about it. It's going to suck, but I could do it. I don't think it's worth it, though. What's NAM say? See, I don't want to sit this event out, guys, because we need to do something this month. Yep, and see, NAM, the 3-kilometer NAM is also showing precipitation starting at about 5 o'clock tomorrow. So that's 2 models that are confirming that. Heavy snow, heavy snow, heavy snow. Look, yeah, I think the NAM is on something. By Saturday morning, though. God dang, this right here, this is going to be a big deal, I think. That banding starts up around 6 a.m., keeps going. It's still going. That's going to be a big deal. See what sucks? See, it's simultaneous because our low pressure center is out here. So this is all the stuff that's close to the low. All this out here is farther away. So we've got that big dry slot. God forbid I say that word, right? You know, get me canceled. But this area, this is what I just call this a dry slot or a donut hole of dryness, and it gets me canceled by people that think they're so smart. I call this dry because there's nothing happening here. It's dry. So I'm going to say it. there's dry air between here. Nothing's happening, right? So we've got a split target area. See, it's hard to ignore this giant shield of precipitation back there, though, but I don't know if that's garbage or not. Because if it's really stringy and not filled in like that, it's going to be disappointment. Look at that. God dang, guys, I'm almost wondering. South Carolina, I mean, shit. It's possible that this entire area here, let me draw this a little better. This Asheville down to Columbia, I almost wonder if this area here could end up being the target. I mean, Jesus, look at this, guys. That just stays under heavy snow until 5 p.m. The reason I'm going over this is once we get out here, there's really no way to pivot to this eastern target zone. It's a face. But there's just no way to pivot out here to this eastern target zone. You have to commit. Just like once we're out here, we have to commit. What is... Oh, God dang. What does NAM say for snow totals? Do I even want to know? Do I even care? See, keep in mind there's higher totals here, but that's up in the mountains. I mean, shit, that's Mount LeConte. I don't know what the elevation is out there, but I mean, look at the road. The road tells you that it's a mountain. I've been out here a few times and it's not that great. There's not Gatlinburg. There's something between here. Maybe not. There's a town. Maybe it's up here. Maybe it says Waterville. As I say, wait a minute, where's Severe? Oh, that's Sevierville. It has to be, one of these roads has a town up on top of it. Yeah, it might be interesting, but NAM thinks that all the snow is going to be out here. Like, yeah, there's high terrain out here. Don't get me wrong. But overall, we're seeing more totals, 5 inches pretty much everywhere. Hell, even Spartanburg with like 8 inches. Meanwhile, by 6 p.m. on Saturday, we're looking at way less out here. That's probably going to change. Let's look at Weather Bell. I want to look at GFS. Can I get... this will work. This is GFS. GFS says FU. This is in the morning on Sunday. If this happens, if it happens like this, and it gets... If it happens like this and it gets to be a big deal on Sunday morning, that would be feasible. See, we're in kind of an awkward stage right now where our short range models aren't super good at it, and our long range models, it's getting too close to be good. Man, really close call there. Look at how tight that all is to the coast. That is a close call. It wouldn't have to shift much to really just put a damper on that. God dang. That's why I'm thinking about going through Knoxville, because that leaves this western half. So if like by tomorrow morning, if this looks like it's crap the bed, we can just go that way. What do we got for snow maps here? Well, this gives me hope. I mean, this western target over here by Knoxville, Asheville, that looks pretty pitiful. But it looks like pretty much across the entire state of North Carolina, we're looking at least 6 inches of snow, which is kind of a big deal for them, but not really, honestly. It's these 10, 8, 9, 10, 12 inches out here that I really have an interest in, and it's the wind. We have to look for the wind. That's going to be our big deal. I don't know if I really care about the Euro, but we can try. God dang it, where's the damn simulated radar? It's not multi-parameter, it's surface precip. Okay, where's the damn simulated radar on this? I normally don't use this. Precip? No, I already looked at that. All right, what the frick? Seriously, where is this? Do we not have simulated? Apparently we don't have simulated precip on this. Well, that's really dumb. Surface winter. Let's just do the 10 to 1. There's our snow coming in by afternoon. So it looks like most of the snow starts falling Saturday. So if we can get to Knoxville, wait a minute. Oh shit. If we go off of the European model, well, it starts falling tomorrow night. It really doesn't become a big deal until tomorrow or Saturday morning. So if we can get to Knoxville by tonight, then we've got this made, I think. And then it starts really filling in by Saturday at like 7 p.m. And then it really fills in all day Sunday. But here's what I don't like, guys. I think this is moving offshore. We are really cutting it close with this mess. We are really cutting it close to this with this mess. Let me just zoom in on snow totals again. I don't like this. Especially because we're trying to conserve a little bit right now. It's very apparent that the hot zone is going to be this out here. We got to see if we can get there, I think. I mean, but we'll use this as a backup plan. Shit. Okay, what about Rocky? Rocky Mount is a pretty good middle ground. God, that's going to be a long-ass drive from Knoxville out there, isn't it? I don't want to do that. We're going to need some help on this. Like, we're going to have to really drum up the super chats or something on this one. This one's going to hurt. This is going to be an expensive trip. We're probably looking at a $1,200 trip here. This is ridiculous. Well, we need to go. So I got to get to Knoxville. GoFundMe update? Sure. We've got an update here with the way that everything works too. I want to show you something. You go onto our website. If you click this little I by the soundings, we now have remarks in here if you want to read about them. But something I want to show you guys. So now when you go in to view a sounding, see this launch info button? Click it, and you've got media in here. So we have the remarks and then photos of the launch that we'll upload, which is pretty cool. And then if you click on that and go back, we can sort, and then you can view media and remarks right there like that too. So we'll take pictures and upload them. You guys are supporting that. Couldn't do this without you. Appreciate it. If you want to support it, there's the GoFundMe. Look at that. We're over halfway. I want to see what the percent is. 52%. We're at 52%, folks. So thanks for helping with that. I'm going to get out of here. I'll leave you with the snow totals. I'm going to get out of here because I need to go. Like, I really don't want to go, but we're going to go. Oh, and I just forgot about something. Stand by. I forgot. Shoot. We need to look at this. There's a winter storm watch up here. They're saying snow up here. And I would hate to drive all the way out there just to have a bunch of snow here. So let's investigate a little bit here. Yeah, winter storm watch for Gary. Oh boy, that would be fun. See, they're saying, what is that, 8 inches? God, I don't know. How do I get the... It's not doing a cursor readout. What is that, 8 inches? Yeah. Yeah, so 8 inches from Gary to Michigan City. Man, that's just enough to screw things up out there too. I wonder how fast it comes down. We need to look at that really fast, all right? Because I would hate to drive right by that and then, you know. We need a longer run. What the hell is this garbage? Well, HRRR says go screw yourself. NAM says go screw yourself. I think that's a pretty low-end event, isn't it? What's the Winter Storm Watch say? Winter Storm Watch for heavy lake effect snow, total accumulations over 6 inches. That's not very helpful, is it? That could mean anything. Heaviest snow is expected to be north of US Route 30, Lake and Porter counties, Friday afternoon to Saturday afternoon. Additional period of accumulating snow is expected Friday morning. The main window for the heaviest snowfall, Friday evening through Saturday morning. Yeah, let's not do that. That's going to be trash, isn't it? This is going to be trash. That's not going to be very good. So we need to ignore that. That's not an event. I wouldn't go for that anyway. So it looks like we got to go. We got to do something with this. We got to go to Knoxville and then move east. We have to. I mean, expecting winter storm impacts tomorrow and Saturday out there. Even with the possibility for some extreme impacts. So, all right, guys, I think we're probably gonna have to go. I mean, there's no way around it, unfortunately. I honest to God don't want to go, and I'm definitely not trying to be off-putting toward anybody. It's just, it's one of those things where it's like, God dang, like, why does it have to be out there? If there was something else on the horizon, we would probably go for that, but we got to go. I mean, we have to make some money. It doesn't, this stuff is not free. We have to go work. So we're going to go out there, I guess, and see what we can do. We'll be back, I guess, later on.